Well, it's a blunt and difficult truth to have to face with people because you're probably a big-hearted person. You probably want to see the best in people, just like me. And it's easy to make excuses for people's behavior. And you notice that because you hear yourself saying, well, they did that because of this other thing. And well, no, I understand why they did that because, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful to always be willing to give people a chance. That's so important because people can change. You know, people say, oh, a leopard can't change its spots. That's true, but we can change. People can change. So it's always good to hold people in the context that they can be different, but not to let it cover what's actually happening. And if you want to know how people really feel about you, just look at their actions. Their actions tell you how they feel. It doesn't matter what they say, it's what they do. And you have to face that. And it's like, you know, oh no, particularly in relationships, you're like, oh no, this person loves me and they've just got these issues and that's why they treat me so badly. It's like, no, they treat you so badly because that's the way they feel about you. They don't care. You know, it's like that really harsh thing of like, he's just not that into you, or she's just not that into you. It's so hard to face that, but but it's easy to see it because all you have to do is look at their actions. You look at their actions and you know. But it's crushing. I understand it's crushing, but not facing it, not facing what their actions are, is a real recipe for heartache. And unfortunately, our issues mesh, and that's what makes it so hard for us to see what's actually happening. Because if you had an abusive childhood, then you're going to be normalized to abuse, so it's going to be very hard for you to see it, and you're going to make excuses for whoever is abusing you the way you did for who abused you when you were a child. So a really cold, clear way of getting an assessment of how somebody actually feels about you is to just look at their behavior. And their behavior tells you how they feel about you way better than your internal sense of things. And I know how difficult this is, but it's great that we have actions because the actions can tell us way better than our internals can. That's not to say that you change or you give up on people or you go, that's it, they're just terrible. But in terms of how they feel about you, all you have to do is look at the way they act, and you know. There's no question, you don't need extrasensory perception to see it. Just look at their actions and you'll know. It's a hard one, it's a very hard one to face, but it's so important to do it to get clarity.